What if I told you that the people who betrayed you just gave you one of the most powerful weapons in psychology? Stay with me, because what I'm about to reveal could completely change everything you think you know about revenge. Carl Jung discovered something most people never truly understand. Everything that irritates us about others can actually lead us to a deeper understanding of ourselves. But here's what Jung didn't tell you directly, and what I'm about to reveal next. Your enemies just became your greatest teachers. You want revenge? Good. But before you make your next move, you need to hear what Jung said about the shadow self, because what I'm about to share will either make you incredibly dangerous or keep you trapped forever. According to Jung, every person has a shadow, the parts of ourselves we reject, deny, or hide. But here's the twist that changes everything. When people betray you, they're not just showing you their shadow, they're revealing yours. And once you understand this truth, you become unstoppable. Listen closely, because, in 30 seconds, I'm going to tell you the one principle that makes your enemies irrelevant. But first, you have to understand why your pain is actually your greatest power. Carl Jung once said, "The most terrifying thing is to accept oneself completely." The people who hurt you, they couldn't accept themselves, so they projected their fear, shame, and inadequacy onto you. They wanted you to carry what they couldn't handle. But what they didn't know was that every attack on you was really a confession of their own insecurities. Here's where it gets why successful people never talk about this. Jung discovered that your vision becomes clear when you look inside your heart. Who looks outside dreams. Who looks inside awakens. While your enemies are out there gossiping, scheming, and tearing others down, you're looking inward. And in doing so, you've awakened a giant they never intended to create. But wait, there's something even more powerful Jung revealed about human nature. Something that explains why silence is your secret weapon. He said, everything that irritates us about others can lead to an understanding of ourselves. Your enemies, they're fighting ghosts battling shadows of their own creation. You're about to tap into your true purpose. That's when you become dangerous. What I'm about to share next is the Jung principle that billionaires use but never discuss publicly. He said, the privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. Your betrayers saw a version of you that was incomplete, still becoming. They judged the caterpillar, never imagining the butterfly. But real transformation happens in the dark, in silence, far away from outside judgment. Here's the psychological truth that ties it all together, Jung's most dangerous discovery about personal evolution. The cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek. Your pain wasn't punishment, it was preparation. Every tear, every restless night, every breakdown was your mind preparing you for something they couldn't handle. Total self-ownership. Here's what Jung understood about revenge that most people completely miss, and it's about to shift your entire mindset. He said, the meeting of two personalities is like the contact of two chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed. When they hurt you, they expected you to become bitter, smaller, defeated. But what they didn't expect was that the reaction would forge you into something they no longer recognize. There's a reason your silence terrifies them, Jung said. Your perception will become clear only when you can look into your soul. While they've been busy creating chaos and noise, you've gone quiet and looked within, and what you found there, it scared them before they even realized it existed. That's unshakable self-worth. The next Jung principle explains why the most successful people never explain themselves to their critics. He said, thinking is difficult. That's why most people judge. Your enemies chose judgment over self-reflection. They reacted. You reflected. They stayed stuck. You evolved. Here's the most powerful reason your comeback will be legendary, Jung said. The most intense conflicts, if overcome, leave behind a sense of security and calm that is not easily disturbed. You walked through fire and never asked for relief. You faced your darkness and didn't flinch. That calm, that's your power. Now and they can feel it. But Jung went even further. Show me a sane man and I will cure him for you. The normal response to betrayal is revenge, rage, retaliation. But you chose a different path: growth, elevation, transformation, that drives them mad because they can't understand how you turned poison into power. And now, the final Jung principle, the one that seals your victory and explains why they'll never recover from underestimating you. He said, the pendulum of the mind oscillates between sense and nonsense, not between right and wrong. Your enemies made sense of their betrayal by painting you as the villain. But you transcended their entire narrative. You're not playing by their rules anymore. You've changed the game completely. Jung said, he who has a why to live can bear almost any how. They tried to destroy your how, your method, your passion, your confidence, but they never touched your why, and that's what makes you invincible. He said, I am not what happened to me. I am what I choose to become. They thought they were writing your final chapter, but they were just writing your introduction. While they're stuck in chapter 1, the part where they hurt you, you've already written the next 17 chapters. You've created plot, twists they never imagined. You've become someone they no longer understand. Your revenge isn't what you do to them, it's what you've become despite them. Success isn't just revenge, it's transformation. And Jung would be proud, because you didn't just denigrate your shadow, you weaponized it. The person they tried to destroy no longer exists. The person watching this, they've never met, and they never will. Because legends don't explain themselves to history, they become it. Thank you for staying with me through this journey. If today's video resonated with you, be sure to subscribe and share it with someone who needs to hear this. Remember, your enemies didn't break you. They revealed your shadow and forced you to integrate it. Your pain wasn't punishment. It was your psychological evolution. Your silence isn't weakness. It's strategic, and it terrifies those who only thrive in chaos. According to Jung, you are not what happened to you. You are what you choose to become. Every betrayal was a teacher. Every abandonment was redirection. Every tear, alchemy. You turned pain into wisdom, scars into strength. The best revenge isn't destruction, it's resurrection. While they're still repeating the same emotional patterns, you've evolved into someone they could never see coming. You didn't just survive what they did, you used it. You used their darkness to forge your light. You are no longer the person they hurt. You are the legend they accidentally created. And Jung would call this exactly what it is. Individuation, becoming who you were always meant to be, no matter who tried to stop you.